Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome back to Aokana. We've had our first training session with the other school, which are much more renowned for Flying Circus than the school which we're based in. But still, we have this option of either to go with Rika, we'll go with Arasaka to see Rika or stay back. Now, at the end of the last episode I said, we'll tag along, so we're going to do that. Right, I'll tag along. Things are awkward between us, but I still want to thank her for the food. Okay, let's go. Thank you. I'll follow Asuka as we set off in search for Ichinos. Eventually, we found her eating with 100 girls who were probably her friends. Rika-chan! Oh, Asuka-chan, do you need something? You see, the food you made was super good. I just wanted you to know how much I loved it. Oh, I see. Thank you. Ichino replies with a smile on her face. She seems kind of confused, but it looks like she took the compliment well. And you, Hinata-san, why are you accompanying Asuka-san? Oh, I tagged on to tell you how much I liked your food. Huh? It was really great. Thanks. Ah. Ichino's eyes widen in surprise. Why is it when you get a compliment from someone of the opposite gender that it's so, I don't know, really awkward? And right as she starts to open her mouth to respond, wow! All the girls around Ichino suddenly shriek in unison. Oh, it's because of earlier. I think that's what it is, you know. What was that about? Take care of Rika. She can be a little stubborn at times, and she may also come off as unfriendly, but she's a nice girl at heart. Okay. Hey, stop it! You'll make Asuka-san mad. Huh? Why? Yeah, why? Those girls were directing towards the protagonist and Rika. Can't tell if they're completely misunderstanding the situation or teasing her. But seeing that Ichino is avoiding eye contact, maybe it would have been better if I stayed. No, this is good. Alright, speaking of thanks, coach, I wanted to thank you for your help during practice. It was nice. Huh? The advice you were giving was spot on. Yeah, you explained everything and answered all of our questions, kind of like a really good doctor. You really mean that? Hearing that, well, makes me very happy. It's also great that you're so easy to talk to. Yes, that is one thing that you need to have in a coach, is that they're approachable to talk to. Can I have your No! Hold on. Stop! You're putting Hinata-san in an awkward spot. Wow, amazing. You're so popular, Masaya-san. No, I think they're just teasing him. In the end, I finished dinner without actually improving my relationship with Ichino's. Well, it's better that we tagged along than not. We all took our baths after that, and then it was our time for lights out. Unfortunately, I'm having problems falling asleep. Okay, guess I'll do that again tonight. Hopefully Rika is not out here. I'll get out of my sleeping bag. I tiptoe outside in an attempt to keep anyone from waking up. Phew! I rest my hands, which are weary from all the work. Like I thought, there are things about grav shoes you simply don't get unless you actually disassemble them yourself. Seems my basic knowledge is still lacking. Time for a break. I want to clear my mind. Some hot coffee would hit the spot right about now. Sheesh. Should have brought a drink before coming here. Can't believe I made the same mistake as yesterday. Is there a vending machine around here? There are some back at Takafuji, but well, I'm out at night without permission. Things would go south real fast if someone caught me. Can't risk that. I look around, surveying my surroundings. And Rika is out here again. What a surprise. Feels like I just spotted something other than a vending machine. Wait, that can't be. Am I saying things because I'm tired? I shake my head, but look around again. Right, of course I'm not dreaming. Huh? Okay, that's a bit of an insult for Rika, because it sounds like Well, in your dreams you usually envisage something nice, wouldn't you? So the fact that you just said that this isn't a dream kind of makes you really hit yourself in reality right there. My own personal nightmares found me. May I ask you what you're doing? Should I start begging for my life now? Why would you? Well, but better to repent sooner than later, yeah? What are you doing? You were out here last night too. She spotted me last night. I'm doomed. May as well give up. See, it's like part of my daily routine. Those are grav shoes, right? My job as a coach includes acting as a mechanic, so I've been fiddling around with grav shoes in order to get some hands-on experience. Oh, I see. Man, that's not good. I just went off on my own to clear my mind, and here I am using FC as an excuse. I need to own up to my mistakes. H&O must be pretty mad at me, since she came all the way out here to stop me. Gotta apologize en fast. I have to blow my head and say sorry before she blows up. I'm sorry. Sorry? Wow, simultaneously. Having bowed our heads at the same time, we both go. What? Huh? The two of us exchanged glances. I apologize for going off by myself during the training camp, but what are you apologizing for? I'm so confused. Are you still going on about that? I thought we already rectified that situation about the day we first met. You mean the day you moved in? H&O's nods slightly. I knew it was just an accident, but I still accuse you of being a peeping Tom. You sure did, yeah. You're apologizing for that now? It's been so long. Seriously, that was weeks ago. Why bring up the past now? Exactly. Why bring up something that's already buried? Well, I've been meaning to apologize ever since. But you didn't. But I couldn't find the right timing. I see. Apology accepted? I guess? I'm glad she apologized, but it does feel kind of weird. Like, I moved way past it already. But I have to say, when I consider that this has been weighing on her mind the whole time, and also how she wants to protect Takafuji when we showed up for this training camp, she really is stubborn. No, I should say that she's a really serious person. Yeah, they're two very different things. Still, there's nothing wrong with that. She knows when to apologise, although the timing of it was a bit out of left field, so that means she's definitely a good person. And I have one more apology to make. I'm sorry. And what's this one for? About what happened yesterday afternoon. Oh? After seeing everyone from Kunohama Academy practice, I realised I was just assuming things. I can't believe I got ahead of myself, got all worked up, and said all those rude things to you. I'm very sorry about that. No, it's fine. It's correct to assume. How can you accept my apology so easily? Look, to be honest, I was also pretty worried about this training camp. And I know I haven't known you that long, but I can tell that you're being sincere. So don't sweat it. I'm sorry. Enough of the apologies already. I'm sorry for the apologies. Clearing the air is a good thing. This is the first time I've seen Shindu-senpai look up to a Skywalker. Right, that also happened. H&O's has given me a cautious, searching look. She wants to know more, but is also trying to be considerate, I guess. Well, I can't blame her after everything Shindu-san said. H&O's has been really honest with me so far, which makes me want to respond to her sincerity and kind. That being said, I'm not going to tell her everything about myself. I would have been able to pass all of this off as a misunderstanding if it was just Shindo-san, but Hasaka's speech earlier was the final nail in the coffin. There's no way to throw her off the trail now. H&O's wipes out her phone as I'm mulling over what to say. I'm sorry, I googled your name. There's a local sports column from a couple of years back on her phone. What stands out the most is the fact that the image isn't showing because the link has expired. Then why do you have this link then? Followed by the catchphrases Prodigy, a stunning display, and a title that reads Flying Circus Under-12's Champion, Masaya Hinata, in especially large font. My heart pounds against my ribcage. I feel my whole body numbing rapidly. Are you upset? Ichino's voice pulls me out of the depths of despair. Not really. Someone's bound to find out sooner or later, so I can't really get mad. Same goes for the way Shindu-san and Hisaka acted earlier today. I can't move on yet, so luckily, no one knows the real reason I quit. The cause of my trauma is an absolute secret, and that's the only reason why I can suppress my surging emotions. Don't worry about it. I expected someone to bring it up eventually. Gotta say though, the internet's a pretty scary place. Didn't think there'd be any archived articles left. My bad. Guess this is what you call the price of fame. It's all in the past at this point though, so not like it really matters. Hinata-san. Ichino sounds worried. Maybe I'm talking so much it comes off unnatural. No wait, my smile probably looks way too fake. Man, why aren't I a better actor? I really don't want to play the victim and make Ichino's feel bad for me right now. Well, just promise you'll stop looking into it. You'll end up embarrassing me. I'm sorry. Ichino's nods, a look of comprehension on her face. Damn it. I need to get better at handling this. But... I may be stepping out of line here, but if there's something you can't handle on your own, you can always... For a moment my emotions overwhelm me, and I'm seeing red. However, Ichino's words calm me down once more. No wait, I'm stepping out of line. I don't have one! Okay, Rika? Huh? Wait, what? You think I'm dating who, exactly? Well, a circus-san, of course. No, she's got the wrong idea. You're wrong. We aren't a couple. Don't worry, I'll pretend I never saw any... Look, there's no need for you to pretend. We're just friends. Ichino's is pretty stubborn, so I need to make this clear before things get out of hand. I'm serious. You're totally wrong. Asuka isn't my girlfriend. I mean, come on. She could do way better. Really? I was sure you were a couple. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. Well, seems like I've cleared everything up. I feel like all I ever do is apologize to you. Okay, well, just don't then. Ichino's looks apologetic. I know, right? Might even look like you're abusing me to an outsider. Of course, that's not actually the case. Honestly, I'd rather you thank me than apologize. That'd feel a whole lot better. A whole lot better. Thank you? Looks like she's confused. Right, I suppose saying, I'm sorry, actually reveals my concerns more than yours. You don't have to be so down on yourself. I'll try to live by those words. Fine. Then from now on, neither of us can apologize to each other. Eh? What's up? I just remembered there's one more... Oh my goodness sakes! Stop it! You're not done? Like seriously, was our relationship that bad? I promise to make this one the last. I'll have a clear conscience after that. Think of it like a graduation ceremony of sorts. Not sure I trust you on that one. It's a bit embarrassing, but... Ichino swiftly swipes the screen on her smartphone. My body stiffens as I recall the article she showed me earlier. Things I don't get. Feeling down, we have a joint training camp with another school starting today, and I'm kind of in low spirits because... things I personally don't like about. However, contrary to my expectations, she shows me a blog with a cute design. I was very upset when I found out about the training camp, so I vented on my blog. What? This post here? Yeah, but in my post today, I said it was all a misunderstanding on my part and apologised. Look here. Ichinose opens a different blog post as she says that. Damn, she's going out of her way to tell me about something I never would have known if she'd have just kept it quiet. Got it. Wow, you have a blog? Yeah. I've had it up and running since I started at my last school. I'm using it as an online diary. So this emoji spam is all you? Don't go snooping around. I only use those on my blog. I write text and stuff normally. Suddenly I catch the sight of a blog admin's username. Oh, Rika Rika. Rika Rika? Hey, give it back! All flustered, Ichinose jumps at me in an attempt to grab her phone. Okay, I get it. Calm down. What? And then she loses her balance. Ichinose! I reach out in order to support her, but unfortunately I'm not in a very stable position myself. Huh? Well, I did manage to support her, but... Oh gosh, is this going to be another cringy... Take off! Great. Ichinose has on her grav shoes and flies off. It's dark, so be careful on your way back. I find myself unable to say anything to salvage the situation. The beach has become silent. Well, it's not the first time. Only the dim moonlight and the sound of the waves crashing into the sand remain. Why did it have to happen? Seemed like things were finally going well too. Maybe Ichinose and I are just star-crossed. I hear the heavy sigh. Another day back in the dojo, drowsiness assails me. Tomorrow we'll round off this training camp with some practice matches. Glad everything went well. Well, I've got to get up bright and early. Time for bed. I close my eyes. I feel something touching me. Did someone just get into my sleeping bag? What's happening? Hey there. Get out of here! Shindo-san. Be quiet. You'll wake up the others. Doubt it. If there was enough to wake them up, our dear President's snoring would have done the job already. Can I have a moment? You're kind of forcing me to agree. This is real creepy. Don't worry. I won't try anything else. Really. Not sure if I can trust the word of someone who just crawled into my sleeping bag. Good point. At least pretend to feel bad. This is getting really weird, but I'll put up with it. For now. What do you want? Face me in a match right now. Huh? I'm dumbstruck. I've had my eye on you for these past 2 days. Like I already said, I've always looked up to you. And when I heard that you were returned to SC, my feelings from back then resurfaced. I'm not you, and I'm well aware of that. Still, I want to be one who succeeds you. I know it might just be because I want your acknowledgement, but that's still my wish. I've always wanted to surpass you. Trust me, mate, you've already done that. I'm here to coach my fellow students, but I'm not here to compete. You gotta realize it. In response to Shindu's penetrating gaze, Silence reigns. Right, I knew it wasn't likely, but I wanted to ask anyway. My apologies. However, there's one other thing I've been wondering. What is it? Why have you returned to FC after all these years? Well, I figure those girls spurred you on. Will you fight me if I defeat them? What is with that look for? For goodness sakes, that is a bit of a heinous look from you, dear manager. Shindo-san. No, forget I said anything. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have said that then in the first place. Shindo-san backs down after seeing my reaction, then forms a somewhat sad smile. Good night. With that, he leaves my sleeping bag. Shindo-san. Thanks to that conversation, I can't sleep. Maybe that was some sort of strategy to get us off balance. Hello! It's the final day of our training camp. Practice matches are taking center stage today. Alright, time to end things with a bang. And not that kind of bang. Take these matches just as seriously as real tournament matches. Yes! Gotcha. You can count on me. Are those bags under your eyes, Masaya? Whoa, you didn't sleep? Doesn't matter. Let's talk strategy. What are the matchups? Haven't decided yet. Still, we only have 4 people to choose from, which means it all depends on who Takafuji picks. FC has no weight or gender divisions. That means a Skywalker has to be ready to face any opponent. Who's going first? And what about second, third and fourth? Haven't decided that either. You can pick that yourself. Isn't that the job of a coach to align people? Me first. Gotta go do it anyway, so may as well get out of the way, you know. Then me second. I'll always follow Masaki senpai. Well, this is a team battle, so none of this actually matters. Okay. I'll go last. You can bear witness to my fated Prez versus Prez battle against Shindu. That makes me the third then. Alright, let's go with that. And somehow that blonde girl will go third, and then the president will go last. Okay. Have you decided on an order, Kunohama? Yeah, just finished. Very well then, let's not waste any time. Your first player will be... Here, I'm up first. Misaki steps forward with a usual casual attitude. I'll take that match. Say what? And Shida-san responds by nominating himself. Well, I half expected this outcome. Shindo, are you running away from your match against me? Huh? Did we make some sort of promise? Can't say I remember that. We didn't, but that should be obvious. Our Prez is pretty damn unreasonable. Yeah, that's one word. I can't wait to get started. Tobisawa-kan, right? Well, not like I care who my opponent is gonna be. Let's make it a good match. Misaki and I put on our headsets. Test, test. Can you hear me? Yep, loud and clear. And how are your ground shoes? Misaki is wearing whatever that is, which are kind of hard to handle. Hard to handle my words. I've been waiting for Misaki to get better at using them, which is why I haven't done any balancer tuning yet. All good. I've been flying around with them a lot during practice. Guess I've finally dominated these bad boys. Okay, more out of context stuff. Right, it does look like you've gotten used to them, at least. Hey, drop... at least. Drop that last part. Yeah, that wasn't very encouraging, coach. Say the at least part is not good. Misaki puffs up her cheeks in annoyance as she says that. Then, after a few moments, her gaze turns cold. Gotta wonder, though, why'd Shindu-san pick me? There are other players here who are better than me, right? Maybe he wants to face a student from a different school. Can't say. That seems real weird to me. Well, honestly speaking, he isn't someone you have any hope of defeating, so make sure you learn a few things from the experience. Lighten up, coach. Don't get your players all depressed before we even started. Not that you're wrong, I guess. She shrugs her shoulders listlessly as she says that. Well, guess I'll go get a feel for the skill gap. Even if you think you can't win, you still need to try. Giving up without a fight would be plain rude. Yeah, I know. Just make sure to give me proper instructions. Of course. Alright, then let's do this thing. Let's go up and fly towards the heavens. Misaki flies off toward first. She seems somewhat shaky. Come to think of it, who's Shindo-san's second? I'll look around and find Shindo-san talking to Shatoin-san. Probably having noticed my gaze, Shindu-san looks my way and gives me a meaningful smile, then flies off toward first. I go over to Shatoin-san. Are you going to be a second? I highly doubt he'll ever need it for advice, but I suppose anyone can make mistakes. Yeah, even top pros end up losing sight of their opponent during a match. By the way, why did Shindo-san choose Misaki? It seems he has a high opinion of Misaki Tabasawa. Really? Yes, he says she has talent. Well, I agree with that. Hey, you can cut out that last part, okay? Sometimes you fail to see things because you're watching from too close. That would mean I failed as a coach. I wouldn't go that far. Anyway, the match is about to begin. Shattering-san and I look up to the figures who are positioned next to first. I'm looking forward to this. Hey there, I feel the exact same way. Why'd you pick me? I just thought it would be fun. Fun? What, you making fun of me? Oh, by no means. I mean what I said. Can I start the match? Apologies, I'm good to go. Same. Okay, I'm starting the match. Ready, set. After a short pause, whistle that signals the start of the match resounds, with a honking horn noise. And of course, Shindo-san jets off along the first line, heading straight for the second. On the other hand, Misaki jumps ahead to the second line. Between an all-rounder and a fighter, the all-rounder can fly faster in a straight line. There's no point in Misaki competing at Tessa's speed. They're both playing by the book so far. Alright, now it comes down to positioning herself to intercept Shindo-san and force him into a dogfight. Huh? Misaki, quit spacing out and focus! I'm not spacing out. Then hurry up! What's the rush? I'm focused on flying here, so quit yelling. Shindo-san's extremely fast. Yeah. Shindo-san has already made it past the halfway point of the first line. That's not the speed of an all-rounder. Somehow he is as fast as a speeder. If you keep flying that slowly, he'll reach the first buoy by the time you make it to the second line. What? How? Fine, I'll hurry! Yeah, so did Shindo-san tune his ground shoes to fit a speeder style, sorry? By the time Misaki has taken her position on the second line to intercept Shindo-san, he already scored his first point from touching second and is almost to the middle of the second line. He's only now a short distance away from Misaki. Masaya, where's Shindo-san gotta go? The unexpected development has Misaki bewildered. If his shoes are on speeder settings, he should do a low yo-yo to accelerate even further and press her from below. Below you! Got... Misaki probably meant to say got it, but she cuts herself off before she finishes saying that. And he just completely blitzes past. Shindo-san easily passed over Misaki's head. He climbed diagonally upward. Why? Either I need to give Misaki a new plan. Don't go after him. Jump to the third line. Okay. Misaki follows my instruction and makes it for the third line. But why? Shattering-san taps my shoulder, covers the mic of her headset to keep Shindo-san from hearing her, and looks at me. Guess she wants to tell me something. I'll follow her example and cover my mic. Yep. You should calm down. That was your mistake. It's my fault? It's not that Shindo-san is just too good. You gave her instructions too early. Of course he went up after seeing her move downward so clearly. I see. I panicked because of Misaki's bewildered voice. It's obvious that Misaki would immediately respond to my voice given the state she was in. Shindo-san chose that direction after he saw Misaki start to move, huh? Normally, it works the other way. The Skywalker is trying to intercept someone, meaning Misaki is supposed to watch their opponent's movement and respond in kind. Thanks for your advice. I'm only doing this because these matches are supposed to help us all improve. Don't expect anything like that in a real match. I'll remove my head from the headset's mic and speak through it. Misaki, let's calm down and take this step by step. Just now? The moment Shindo-san passed me, he had a weird smile on his face. Wasn't that just your imagination? Maybe, but... I can hear Misaki breathing deeply. After scoring his second point by touching the third, he abandons his perfect forward form, throws out his chest and bends backwards, effectively pumping the brakes. What's he trying to do? Shindo-san is in full control of the match. Chances are high that if he had maintained his speed and kept going, he would have broken past Misaki and scored his third point by touching fourth. The fact that he drastically slowed down despite that can only mean Even from here, I can see that Shindo-san has a strange smile on his face. He's actually making fun of me, isn't he? Don't fall for it. I can't believe Shindo-san is doing this. Does his personality change during matches? Hey, answer me! I really can't stand smug. Again, don't fall for it. He's trying to provoke you. Answer me! I didn't know Misaki could be this stubborn. What am I supposed to do as her second in this situation? Shindo-san slowly approaches Misaki. What are you trying to pull? I could rely on speed to keep scoring, but then this match wouldn't really help either of us improve. I can hear their conversation through the headset. What's your point? Figured I'd do you a favor and go with a dogfight. You're doing me a favor? Yeah, you heard me. Misaki's irritation is clear as day. It's easy to just say calm down. However, a fighter who runs away from a dogfight has no chance of winning. Misaki, calm down and do it. What do you mean? I mean act dumb but play smart. Huh? I guess I get what you're trying to say. In other words, as my second, you're giving me permission to engage in a dogfight, yeah? Basically. Are you done talking? Oh yeah, about that, I bet he heard those words. While talking to Shindo-san, Misaki casually moves her hand in a motion akin to her swatting a bug away from her eyes. Then she advances forward quietly and swiftly. With a smooth, natural motion, she extends her right hand towards Shindo-san's chest and... a burst resounds. Gah! Shindo-san loses balance and gets to throwing backward. Hey! Misaki was also thrown backward, but she hasn't lost her balance yet. Since they've both been standing still, their speed is now down to practically zero. In this situation, a fighter has a huge advantage. Is that what you mean by act dumb and play smart? Bingo! Now duck towards him and seize control. Don't have to tell me twice. Misaki attacks Shindo-san as he's still struggling to regain his balance, but... I'm surprised you would resort to such tricks. Winning's all that matters. Shindo-san swings his arm sideways, trying to touch Misaki. Misaki calmly dodges that, then enters a short climb as she turns upside down. Now diving downward head first, she tries to touch Shindo-san's head. Good choice. If she repels the back of his head, Shindo-san will fall forward, losing his balance and revealing his back in the process. Huh? After spinning about 90 degrees on a vertical axis, he touches Misaki's extended arm in a way that repels her in a diagonal upward direction. What the... The force makes Misaki's body flip over, putting her in a position where she's facing the sky. From Shindo-san's perspective, she's defenseless, revealing her back to him as she flies diagonally upward. And unfortunately, before Misaki can steady herself, Shindo-san thrusts his arm up from below. And of course, here goes number one. Hey! Misaki's sent flying upward again as he touches her. Shindo-san, who then pursues her from below, once again reaches out and... Number two. Huh? At this rate, she's going to let him keep scoring until the match ends. Misaki, thrush about. Doesn't matter how, just throw your arms and legs around as you turn your body. Okay. I'm disappointed you resort to such an unsightly strategy. Ugh. Don't tell me. He knew it would turn out like this the moment he defended himself by thrusting out his arm. It's standard practice to attack from above when your opponent defends their front. And the fact that it's standard practice means, did you see through all of Misaki's actions past that point? That's the only possible explanation. There's no way he just dodged all her attacks on reflex. My throat runs dry. What kind of strategy can I use against such a skilled opponent? How disappointing. I must say I expected more from you. Man, you're already starting to pee me off. But how about you take this more seriously? Don't you think it's embarrassing to get demolished in a dogfight by me? An all-rounder, even though you're a fighter? Ah! Masaki, don't attack. Yes, I will. No, don't. Focus on defense. I'm gonna attack. No, I'll treat you to as many snacks as you want, so just listen to me. This is not the time for that kind of talk. God, don't get so excited about cake. Anything's fine, just trust me right now, okay? Focus on dodging all of his attacks. Anything that seems like an opening will just be a trap, so just ignore them. Just make sure to dodge at point blank range. Get as close to him as you can. But if I don't attack, cake. But, or you can eat cake buffet. Fine, I'll get it. I just have to get close to him and keep dodging, yeah? That's right. Stick to the plan even if he scores points off you. Masaki quickly approaches Shinjo-san. Another surprise attack? Who knows? The two of them close in on each other at attacking. It's a sight you rarely see in FC. I was right. Shinjo-san focuses on countering in dogfights. In other words, he waits for his opponents to make the first move. He only retaliates after making his opponent move in a predictable manner. That means he isn't good at launching an attack himself, or at least that should be the case. You're a fighter and yet you do nothing at close range? Why don't you throw the first punch, or what? Are you too chicken? Well, see for yourself. Shinjo-san reaches out to Masaki as he bends forward. Ugh. Masaki dodges by a hairbreadth. Shinjo-san tilts forward even more to accelerate, which forces Masaki to respond in kind to keep up with him. This again. No! Shinjo-san tries to go right, but Masaki moves to block his path. Looks like she's following my instructions to the letter. This is exactly what I was going for. Reflexes are the most important factor in dogfights at point blank range. When they're that close, Shinjo-san can't force her to move as he pleases. Whoa! She's sticking to Shinjo-san and keeps dodging one attack after another, sorry. Considering the upside of her testy grav shoes, there's no wonder she can pause that off. However, that's incredible. Yeah, even I'm surprised. Masaki is still dodging. Attack after attack is met with dodge after dodge. To some extent, the fact that Shinjo-san is wearing all-rounder shoes with speedo tunings explains why he's having so much trouble. But that's not all. I didn't realize Masaki was this good. Her reflexes, they remind me of him. An unpleasant memory floats to mind, making it hard for me to breathe. Having grit her teeth, Masaki wins her way around Shinjo-san's body like a snake on a branch. And then she gets behind Shinjo-san. I figured if she kept dodging, she would eventually end up behind him, but I didn't expect it to happen so fast. Well, be happy with your students that they are able to accomplish something like this. There. And there goes the yellow triangle. Gah! Shinjo-san is sent flying toward third when Masaki touches his back. Ah! I ended up attacking him. Does that mean no cake? No, there'll be plenty of cake for you. Now focus. Okay. See, you can do it if you actually try. Let's continue then. That face of his. Masaki goes on the defensive when Shinjo-san resumes his assault. Eventually Masaki scores another point and the match ends. Yep, still us being terminated, but still getting something out of that. The final score is 2-4. There's a strange mood among everyone who is watching the match. Must be surprised that Masaki kept dodging Shinjo-san's attacks. I apologize for provoking you during that match. Really now you apologize? You were doing that to make things more interesting, yeah? You don't have to put it like that. but you never acted like that in a real match, right? I'll leave that to your imagination for now. You'll find out when the time comes. Misaki walks over to me. So how'd I do? Was I amazing or what? You definitely were. Still, I'm giving you 0 points. Why? I scored 2 whole points on Shindo-san. The 0 also applies to me. You didn't really listen to me back there until I bribed you, right? Yeah, fair. I just kinda lost my temper when Shindo-san started trash talking. Well, I didn't do a great job on leading you either, so yeah, 0 points for both of us today. You're pretty hard on yourself. Look on the bright side. That match made me think it might not be so bad to listen to you once in a while. You think? Yeah, that's not much of a bright side. I want you to say you will follow my instructions from now on. Anyway, training's the name of the game. Gotcha, coach. Misaki dons a playful smile when she says that. I'm not so sure she actually gets it. After that, Mishira's match finishes in short order as Asuka's turn arrived. I'll do my best out there. It's good that you're excited, but don't overdo it. Your shoulders are all stiff. Oh, I never noticed. Yeah, you seem bolted to the spot. Take a few deep breaths and loosen up. Okay. Hoo-ha. Again. Hoo-ha. Now dangle your arms and rotate your shoulders around. Like this? Still stiff. It's just a practice match. There's no reason for you to be so nervous. I'm not nervous. Oh, come on. Who are you trying to fool? You weren't that nervous when you faced Shatuin-san, right? Back then I knew nothing. But now the thought that I need to show everything I've learned is... And you won't ever do that if you get nervous. You can't pull off any quick moves with a stiff body. I'll relax right now. Doesn't seem to be working though. Your opponent is a speeder. All you need to do is intercept her and nullify her speed. Okay, I understand. I would like to start the match now. Are you ready? Yeah, we're good to go. I'll head up there then. Asuka's opponent is Rika Ichino's. Ichino's flies ahead to first. Alright, off you go. Yes, I'll show you my moves. I send Asuka off with a clap on her back. This is her first real practice match. Expecting her to not feel nervous is asking for the impossible. Let's make this a good match, Rika-chan. By all means. Eventually the whistle that signals the start of the match resounds. And obviously, she flies off ahead. Ichino's tilts her body downward and makes for the second with a low yo. And Asuka tries to keep up with her. Hey! Asuka's grab shoes have a standard all-rounder setting. Maybe she'd have a shot if they had a speeder tuning, but that's not the case here. Need to stop her before it's too late. Asuka, you can't win in a contest of speed. Huh? Oh yes, you're right. You need to jump to the second line right away. Understood. Asuka proceeds to the second line. Man, she really is all tense. It'd be real bad if Ichino's interpreted what Asuka did as a plan to provoke her. I can picture her saying, I see, you're a second who would stoop so low, huh, after everything said and done. And she scores the first point. Having scored a point by touching first, Ruka uses repellent force from the touch to accelerate. Interesting. She definitely isn't bad, but I feel like she entered the climb of her low yo about 1 second too early. Her acceleration gain was fairly minimal because she misjudged the angle when she touched the buoy. Feels to me like she has a bad habit of getting impatient in critical situations. Asuka waits at the center of the second line for Ichino's. Stay calm. Remember, you need to get to where she's going, not where she is. Exactly. You need to be able to predict where she's going to go, but not where she is right now. Alright. And Ichino's proceeds to climb gently. Asuka also climbs in response. It'd be great if she managed to intercept her, but I doubt it's going to be that easy. Ichino's banks right while climbing. Asuka responds to that by tilting forward and accelerating. I'm not letting you get away. I won't let you get in my way. Things are always like this when it comes to, I don't know, competitiveness. People always have a different side to them. After luring Asuka over to her right, Ichino's twists her body and dives left instead. Ah! As a result, Asuka ends up flying away from her. Then she twists her body in an attempt to follow Ichino's but loses her balance. Whoa! With that, Ichino's outruns Asuka. Spread out your arms and legs while taking a deep breath. After that, just jump to the third line. Forget about catching her for now. Understood. I'm good to go. She's only scored 2 points. You're not too far behind, so keep calm. She's probably feeling pretty disappointed. That was amazing. Huh? For some reason she's all hyped up. What do you mean? It looked like she suddenly disappeared. The thought that I'll be able to move like that someday has me super excited. I see. This is so fun. I'm impressed she can say something like that when she's losing. Then make sure to have a lot more fun. Will do. Ichino's touches third right as Asuka reaches the middle of the third line. The score is 0-2. And then Ichino slants downward. I'm guessing she wants to gain speed with a low yo-yo. She must think Asuka's all flustered and off balance right now, which would make rushing past her quite easily. Anticipate when she'll start her climb. Roger. Go forward. But what the hell? She just went upwards. Asuka starts to move to where Ichino is set to ascend, but Ichino suddenly enters a steep climb in response. I won't let you touch me. What? Because Asuka moved her body in a weird way to go up to Ichino, she ends up losing her balance again. Damn, she's ruthless. No wait, ruthless isn't the right word. She's simply given it everything she's got. Normally speeders don't make of such reckless, steep climbs because they result in a rapid drop in speed, which is their main win condition. However, that type of movement is extremely effective against beginners, sorry. After all, most beginners tend to chase after their opponent on the spur of the moment, which leads to a loss of balance. Regain your balance, then fly over to the fourth line. Got it. Be careful out there. Make sure you don't lose your balance. Yes, I feel like I'm getting the hang of it. Huh? What do you mean? It's hard for me to explain, but I just feel like I'm getting into the swing of things. 3-0. Yep, 0-3. This time Ichino is flying straight along the fourth line, approaching Asuka directly. There's no way she's going to collide with Asuka, so it's safe to assume she'll turn at some point. About what Asuka said earlier, sorry. I'm guessing she means she realised Ichino is using feints, but well, beginners often end up in a worse position than when they started when they try to counter feints. I should stop her, but ruining her concentration now could just make things worse. And as I say, there are some things you can only learn through experience. Guess I'll keep quiet here and hope that she learns a valuable lesson. Allow me to take the lead. No way! Ichino starts to fly the scissors, turning left and right as she closes in on Asuka. Man, she really is just doing things that throw off beginners. Asuka, who is standing in Ichino's way, flounders left and right as she almost loses her balance. Let's see. There! Huh? Huh? Asuka almost intercepted Ichino's, and she managed to dodge by a hair's breadth with a steep climb, but after her. I'm on it. Yeah, because the climb will now decrease her speed, which means it's prime time for us to assault. Ichino's speed is down due to the scissors and steep climb, and while it's not as good as that of fighters, the initial velocity of all-rounders is also pretty decent. There's a very real chance of Asuka catching her in this situation. No! Gotcha! Asuka closes the distance between her and Echinose. Can she catch up? Ugh! Echinose enters a low yo-yo to try to shake her off, but Asuka follows. It's almost over if she tries and fails to catch Echinose now. It'd be nice to let her get a feel for chasing her opponent, but it's important to teach her when to give up as well. She was really close there though. Jump to the first line. Understood. I see. Guess I was wrong. Asuka hadn't realized Echinose is doing feints. No. She's actually come to understand something far more basic, namely, how to regain her balance mid-air. Does that mean she only just figured it out during this match? I guess things like that do happen, but I look to the side. Calm down. Your opponent will get the best of you if you're quick to anger. Looks like Shattering-san is calming Echinose down, so clearly what just happened was a surprise to her as well. Asuka, carefully watch Echinose's flight path until the last second. There's no need to rush. You've got to suppress any urge to move. Will do, coach. I'm going to break through. Much like on before flying, she's rushing straight through toward Asuka. Only difference is there are no scissors this time. Her plan is to shake Asuka off with pure speed. Echinose uses a light feint, but Asuka doesn't even twitch. I'm also surprised she can stay so still because I told her to. Echinose turns right. I'm stalking you in your tracks. Sorry, but I won't allow that. Huh? Echinose spreads out her arms and legs, then enters a high yo-yo. In other words, she goes into a steep climb. I'm pulling out all the stops. Then successfully drops her speed, which makes Asuka overshoot and pass below Echinose. Her back is now fully exposed. Damn, they got us. I didn't expect her to go for Asuka's back instead of the boy. Did Shattering-san think up this strategy? Man, I really wanted her to score at least 1 point to build up her confidence. Gah! Asuka curls up and... Huh? There! She simply kicks off air, jetting in the opposite direction as a result. An air kick turn? And it isn't as clear as in her match against Shattering-san, but still it's enough to make Echinose's hand claw at empty air. No way! How can a beginner pull that off? My coach taught me everything I need to know. Echinose, who has now missed her target, shoots past Asuka, exposing her back to her opponent. There! And it's red, which is nice. Asuka touches Echinose's back. Kah! She scored 1 point. Huh? Oh no, I made a mistake! Echinose used repellent force from Asuka touching her back to make for second. Asuka would have gotten the chance to score even more points if she touched Echinose from above, but it didn't work out that way. No, you did great. Now jump to the second line. Okay. But of course, yeah, Asuka fails to keep up with Echinose's speed and lets her score again and again by touching boys, bringing the score to 1-6 by the end. What do you want? The end of our 3-day training camp has arrived, which means now we just have to pick up and head on home. No one seems to want to part with all the new friends they've made, and honestly, I'm in the exact same boat. Thanks. This turned out to be a really productive time, training camp. Agreed. I'm sure all my players are a lot more motivated now. Oh right. Can you apologize for Tobisawa-kan for me? Huh? What? Don't want to face her after all the bullying? What's up? We both know that's not what happened. Yeah, he's right. He was just trying to bring Masaki's potential to the surface, and frankly, seeing that he has Seeing that has me wanting to get her to take FC seriously. Fine, I'll apologise, though I doubt she's holding a grudge or anything. Good to hear. I mean, she was shooting daggers at me during the match. Well, weren't you? What, for real? Maybe Misaki's got a competitive side to her after all. She'll be a real threat someday, though she's not alone on that front. Shinjo-san directs her eyes in a certain direction as he says that, and when I turn to where he's looking, I see. Huh? Are you talking about me? Damn, you got good ears. I motion for her to leave with my hand. Rude! Luckily, Asuka gives in to my demand. Guess she understands that this is a private conversation. I see you're quite close. I am her coach. None of this would work if we didn't trust each other. Not like I'm doing anything special to develop our relationship, though. Interesting. Shindu-san sees something special in Asuka as well, huh? Can't say I disagree, but unfortunately, she is a lot more raw than even Misaki. I feel like I finally understand why you've returned to FC. There's no special reason, I swear. If you say so. Anyway, it seems like I'm not the only one who wants to say goodbye to you. Huh? Rika. Of course, yes, it has to be Rika, has to be. Well, I certainly feel someone's eyes on me now. I look forward to seeing the fruits of your labour. I wonder where the wings you help them grow will take them. Huh? Let's meet again at the summer tournament. Shinjo-san turns around after spitting out those parting words. Oh, hold on. Yeah? Can we shake hands? When we first met, our handshake was initiated by Shinjo-san. But right now, I really want to take a lead and return this friendly gesture. Of course. We shake hands before we part. With Shinjo-san gone, next up is Rika-chan. You there, Shadowin-san? This was an extremely productive training camp. Allow me to thank you on Takafuji Academy's behalf. Cool? Shinjo-san already said all of this. Wait, was the other person Shinjo-san mentioned Shadowin-san? Shadowgan? It's Shadowin. I need to discuss our club's schedule with you. Please wait a bit, I'm in the middle of voicing my gratitude as the Vice President. This is urgent. I want to get your opinion on it, Shadowgan. It's Shadowin. Well, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems I'll have to excuse myself. Oh, okay. I'm so confused right now. It seems like there's something immediate that's prepped. Aoi-san? Ichinos, huh? I noticed her looking at me earlier. We haven't talked since last night. I've been meaning to apologise, but I figured I could wait until we both got home. Still, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Might as well take care of it now, since this chance has fallen right onto my lap. And so the first words that leave my mouth are... Thank you. I'm sorry. Oh gosh, having bowed our heads at the same time we both go. What? Huh? God, these two really are in sync, aren't they? Puzzled looks appear on both of our faces. Actually, the exact same thing happened last night. Why are you thanking me? Well... I mean, this seems kind of weird considering what happened yesterday and all. Erase that from your memories! Yeah, sure. I want to, but I'm not sure that's possible. I just thought I had to say something, but I was at a loss for words, so the only thing that came to mind was, thanking me? Was that weird? I guess it was. No? I mean, yeah, it is a little weird, but it's a thought that counts. You know, you could have waited until we were home. I feel like it was now or never. Oh, okay. I recall what she told me yesterday. Besides, I just thought getting out of the way would be best for both of us. Sorry. I spot a group of grinning girls staring at us. Are those Edge-Nose's friends? I think they're the girls who teased on the first day of the training camp. Wait, does that mean she chose to do it now as some sort of punishment? Damn, not sure if the word serious is enough to properly describe her. I swear, she's bordering on crazy here. Thanks for everything. My pleasure. Echino's responds with a smile as I thank her. I was going to say smirk. Thanks, sir. Now that's a word that soothes the mind. Echino said it to me, and I responded in kind, which made both of us feel a whole lot better. Oh wait, is something wrong? Just so we're clear, I'm not thanking you for what happened yesterday. Huh? She initially doesn't get what I mean and tilts her head in confusion, but after a few seconds... Why? She flushes red as the meaning of my words hits her. Didn't I tell you to erase that from your memories? Well, I had to set things straight, or I'd sound like a total creep. Besides, you haven't forgiven me yet. What? Echino suddenly brings her face close to mine and lowers her voice. Right, can't have anyone overhearing this. Forgive you? There's no one can get over you seeing me like that, not just once, but twice. Let's pretend it never happened. Okay. Or do you want to take responsibility? Huh? That was just a figure of speech. I wasn't thinking straight. I mean, I also have a right to choose. Right. That scared me. Jeez. Ichino lets out a little giggle, seemingly mocking my lack of response. I swear, things get messy every single time we meet. I'm so... As I begin to bow deeply and apologise, Ichino stops me. I'm sure it's the same for you, so I apologise. Let's just start fresh right now. Thank you for everything. No, thank you. Huh? Echino suddenly covers her body and backs away from me. What's wrong? Well, since it already happened twice now, seems like unpleasant memories have surfaced in her mind. They say third time's a charm. So, this is really awkward. You shouldn't have said that. Honestly, when you thank me, I just end up remembering what happened last night. Don't you want to pretend it never happened? Hinata! It's time to get going. Oh, gotcha. Students from both schools line up across from each other before we part. This is our way of saying goodbye. Our club presidents are standing in front of each other right now. Let's meet again at the summer tournament. Yeah, absolutely. You better be prepared. Hey, Shendu! Forget Hinata, look at me! Okay, now thank each other. Thank you! And with that, the curtain falls on our 3-day training camp with Takafuji Academy. Wasn't that lovely? Oh, I knew that somehow you was going to slip in here. It's not over yet. The training camp's only done once you get home. Right. Still, our training has come to an end, for now. So how was it? What do you mean? What am I saying? She's always talking about my overall impression of the training camp. We all learned a lot, but... I look around. Why not do a special on my muscles next? No. Yeah, kind of feel like that article would violate the scrutiny law. Need to protect my career, you know. How are my muscles obscene? Cut it out! I'll tell Mom if you keep embarrassing me. Well, I guess most of us learn a lot. Better forget about that group. You seem kind of depressed, Misaki-senpai. Nah, I'm fine. Are you hungry again? Oh, wait, maybe. No, it can't be. Huh? Is it maybe about today's practice match? Left a lasting injury somewhere. No, I'm fine. That can't be true. I can tell something's wrong. My Misaki-senpai's senses are really sharp. Can't tell if that makes me more mad or sad. Come on, Misaki-senpai. Out with what's depressing you. You can tell me anything. Can you just leave me alone? What's wrong? Oh, I'm just wondering if the train camp has changed anyone's mindset. I recall the word Shindo-san said to me at the very end. I look forward to seeing the fruits of your labour. I wonder where the wings you help them grow will take them. Those words suit Shindo-san, and honestly it hit the nail on the head too. I now have a concrete goal for this year's summer tournament. But the question is, what does everyone else want to do? This isn't up to me. No matter what they decide, my job is to pour all my energy into supporting them. Yeah, you may be right. But listen, Masaya, you have to lead them as well. Remember, they look to you for help when they take to the skies. Masaki did not initially. Right. Well, I should just focus on getting a good night's rest once I get home. Oh, but I should note down everything I learned at Takafuji first. Coach? What's up, Asuka? You see... Something wrong? Can you help me practice once we get back? Our train camp literally just ended, but you want to keep going? I just have this feeling that I'm about to jump to a whole new level, so I want to get in some practice before it's too late. You don't have to if you're tired, though. I'm fine. Promise. My job is to help these girls grow wings. I'm glad you asked. Wait, you mean... Go ask Misaki and Mishiro if they want to join us. Will do. Asuka hurriedly flies off. Looks like the train camp upped their motivation a ton. You serious? Or maybe not. Despite their complaints, Asuka gives me a hand signal to show that they've agreed. Seems they're up for it. Guess the train camp was worth your time. Still have to wait and see if it's just them getting caught up in the heat of the moment, though. Well, I put that thought aside for now. Let's see, I need to decide what exercise to use before we go back to our training grounds. Episode 3 Rivals End. Meeting Takafuji Academy. Well, meet Takafuji Academy, I mean. Why is there a helicopter sound? There, look! The skies are very pretty. I heard there was a lot of smog in Japan, but it's clear out here in Kyushu. Lucky us. I'm glad we decided to take a helicopter from... Wait, this is somewhere else entirely. Nagasaki Airport. Otherwise, we would have missed this beautiful sky. Yes, did you say something? You want to fly? How unusual. I never thought I'd hear you say that. Oh, I see. You want to get used to the air around here, huh? There's no need to worry then. You'll have an endless opportunity to fly from now on. Avion. We're about to land, Lady Irina. Who is Irina? You must be tired from the long journey. Let's head straight to bed when we arrive. Huh? I suppose I should have expected as much from you. Very well then. I'll arrange things so you can get started right away. Who are these two? And why are they here? Something tells me that neither of them are up to any good. It's the place where you were born, the place where you first learned the joys of flight, and the place where you're going to change everything. I know you can do it. No, in fact, you're the only one who can do it. I've been looking forward to this day for ages. Let's change the very air that surrounds this island. Let's transcend the horizon of our wings and travel beyond the sky itself. It is time. Hold nothing back. Who is this girl? To be continued. A new foe has appeared. That's very interesting. We're still having regular meetings at the Kunahama Academy FC Club, and today I gathered everyone before practice. Here you go. That's the up-to-date state. Summarized. Oh, for goodness sakes! That's the up-to-date summarized data on everyone. It has their average times from straight flight, data on their left and right turn speeds, swoops and climbs, scissors, high yo-yos, low yo-yos, and so on. Thanks. I've been taught to record anything and everything that could prove useful. You pick that up at the training camp? Yep, I learned a lot from the managers at Takafuji. Anyway, I put lots of work into that, so don't let it go to waste, you hear? No worries. I'll make use of everything I can. Wow, you sound so reliable, Hinata. Keep this up and I may just fall for you. Shut up. Yeah, no thanks. Actually, there's something I've been wondering. Oh? You're the only one who's still using my last name. Why? Not like I really care what she calls me, but I'm on a first name basis with everyone else in the club at this point, so it's weird that she's the odd one out. Why are you bringing that up now? Are you actually into me? No! Ouch! Hey, don't flick my hair, Patreon. Seemed like the perfect spot to me. Anyway, I don't really mean anything by it. Guess I just went with what I felt most comfortable. Oh, but if you insist, I can start using your first name instead. Nah, just keep using my last name. At least pretend to think it over. At least pretend. Isn't that worse than lying? No, wait, isn't that... Either one is lying in a way. I turn my eyes away from Madoka. Don't have time to deal with someone who's clearly not taking this conversation seriously. We just gathered a few minutes ago, and so they're already all chatting the time away right now. Wow, Money 4 is already out, huh? It just released today. Did you ever play 3? No, I hardly ever play games. It just got stuck in my mind because all the commercials I saw looked amazing. Asuka and Mashiro seem to be talking about video games. Man, couldn't they come up with a less silly name than Money? Actually, that's probably just an abbreviation, huh? Yeah, that's definitely it, an abbreviation. You're into games, Ben? Yeah, I like games quite a bit. Oh, really? Yeah. So wait, you're saying it's fine for me to bring some weightlifting gear? Yes, just make sure you store it properly when it's not in use. Don't want someone tripping over a dumbbell and getting hurt now, do we? Thanks, I'll be as careful as humanly possible. Oh, then I guess I'll bring the huge space-wasting... What? I mean, very useful exercise ball I happen to have. Wow, didn't even try to change course after you spilled the beans, huh? Well, I guess it's just the kind of the person you are. But an exercise ball might actually be useful. Right, let's do some trunk training. Alright, that's enough chatting. I need your attention now. I'm starting the meeting. I want to fight too. No way. This again. I can tell that you're all a lot more motivated nowadays. Everyone's been eager to improve since Golden Week. I was initially worried about the whole thing, but the training camp with Takafuji ended up working out well. Cool. Though somebody seems to be the same as always. I'm glad. You're making your coach proud, I swear, and honestly, it's only a matter of time until your match scores reflect your hard work. Let's keep this up until we finish in the summer tournament's top 8. Yes, gotcha. The two individuals who gave energetic replies are the two people who are most motivated. Real motivation shows in even small exchanges like that. Well, I'm not doing people who are strong silent type justice if I think that way. Okay. Your manager also has something to say. Go ahead. I don't want to be a buzzkill after that speech, but the thing is, it's almost a week before midterms. Oh, I see. You forgot? It kind of slipped my mind. Funny, since I definitely thought of it when I put together the practice schedule for May. I've been having so much fun lately, but I totally forgot. What's up? What happens on the week before the tests? Yeah, tell us. I don't know either. Monsieur is a freshman, and Asuka's a transfer student, so of course I don't know the rules around here. All club activities are suspended 3 days prior to midterms and 4 days prior to finals. Oh, I see. Guess that makes sense. Yeah, Kinohama is a normal school, so they obviously want us to focus on our studies. Maybe it'd be different at Takafuji, since they have sports scholarships and all. But we're not that lucky. That's a shame. Oh well, I have to live with that. I guess studying is also important. You've got the order wrong. Studying is your top priority. I know you find this far more fun, but you'll get in serious trouble if you don't focus on what's most important. What trouble? If you fail a test and then also the makeup exam, you're banned from any club activities. Only way to fix that is to keep keep taking tests until you finally pass. What? For real? All of that's in your student handbooks. Have none of you even looked at it? Let's see here. Come, show me. Share the love. Misaki-senpai, you could use... No, you can't. Oh, it's actually in here. Huh? Wait, you didn't know? I've never been in a club before, remember? But you didn't sound all that surprised. Well, yeah. I've never failed a test in my life, so it's no sweat. Wow, she's pretty amazing, huh? Some of us just nod like it's no big deal. And then there are... all you need is spirit. It'll all work out if you do your best. Club members who visibly grimace, as well as those who start panicking. Their reactions are more than enough to cue me in on what their grades look like. Why don't we form a study group to help each other out? Sounds fun. It's not supposed to be fun. I mean, it's nice when someone enjoys studying, but that kind of person who never even be in danger of failing a test. If Misaki-senpai is willing to thoroughly tutor me, then oh my. Study groups sound great on paper, but do they really help? They feel more like pity parties to me. Okay. Be the soppy one. You've got a point there. But don't you think one-on-one tutoring is pretty effective? I mean, even cram schools are getting on that action. Yeah, you're absolutely one-on-one on that for goodness sakes. You really had to put a pun in there, Madoka. One-on-one. Madoka, that makes zero sense. Now, I'm guessing that's a trend for things in her brain. Well, if you want to make a study group, I'll play along. She's just saying she's following her coach's advice. Quit glaring at me, Mashira. Mashira's pointed gaze forces an awkward answer out of me. Well, we'll talk more once we get closer to midterms. There's something else I wanted to talk about. What was it again? I know I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, right. I remember. I want to suggest that Mashiro change her play style. Guess I remember, but... Talk about bad timing. It's a sensitive topic, so I wanted the timing to be just right. Maybe she's feeling better than she looks. Let's put that to the test. Mashiro. Yeah? What? A perfectly calm response. And yet I feel like I'm being stabbed by icy daggers as she speaks to me. Well, that makes sense. Guess I shouldn't have expected her to warm up to me so fast after our last exchange. Back to what we were just talking about. Do you want me to tutor you? No thanks, there's no need for that. I see. Yeah, this really doesn't seem to be the right time. Right now, I'll just focus on improving her mood and... Asuka? Asuka? What is it? Need something? What of that expectant gaze? What's up now, Asuka? What's wrong, Asuka? Come on, speak up. No, it's nothing. What? Now she's sulking. Why all of a sudden? You aren't going to ask me? Oh, Madoka-chan. Heh. Leave it at that, Messiah. Let's get practice started before you embarrass yourself again. Misaki passed me her shoulder. She says, what do you mean by that? Hey, wait. I decided to improve Mashira's mood, but it's soured already, and I haven't even done anything yet. Yeah, that's what it's like with girls. You haven't done anything, but yet you've done something at the same time, but yet they don't say anything, but yet they expect you to just come out with the answer just because they... Anyways, let's move on. Well, whatever. Let's forget about it for now. Right, let's get started. I'll bring up changing playstyles when Mishira's in a better mood. No clue when that'll be, but beggars can't be choosers. Ouch. Mishira-chan. The players are all coming down to the beach after I told them it was time for a break. However, Mishira suddenly hunches over in pain. It hurts. Hinata, Madoka, come, get over here. What happened? I hurry over to them since Prez's desperate voice suggests it's something serious. I felt a bit dizzy when I was landing, which made my foot come down at a weird angle. Oh gosh, no. Let me check it. Can you take off your grav shoes? Yes. Ouch! Take it slow and easy. Putting on taking off grav shoes is similar to dealing with ski boots. Though I guess that means detaching is a more fitting term than taking off. Mishira pulls off her grav shoes in an exaggerated manner, leaving her porcelain white bare foot exposed to the air. Turn away, guys. Urged by Masaki, Prez and I to turn to look in the opposite direction. It's not like I was trying to stare. Well, let's leave Osaka to Madoka. I'm sure she'll take good care of her. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Man, you can really tell they're siblings at times like these, because they undoubtedly trust one another. Let's see. I'm an amateur, so I don't want to touch it too much. Yeah, there doesn't seem any internal bleeding, plus your muscles seem just fine. How bad's the pain? It stings a little, but it's not unbearable. Then I guess we can rule out any broken damage or tears. Bone damage or tears. Still, you should definitely get checked out at the hospital. Or what? Do you think Miss Kagami can handle that? Hinata-kan, I'm speaking to you. What? We were told to turn away, but now our presence is required again. Oh, sorry. What's wrong? Nothing, just surprised to see that you're doing such a good job. Makes sense. Hey, how can you two be so rude? Yeah. You're not the only ones who leveled up during that training camp. I know absolutely everything now. I've mastered keeping scores, giving massages, treating injuries, and even washing flight suits. Wow. My secret world, there's a certain code I live by. Just Google it. Yeah, I suppose that is a secret code, but also something, yeah. Oh, she's actually holding her phone. Well, she has been a big help. I know, right? Thanks for a compliment, much appreciated. What am I supposed to... Ouch! Oh, sorry. She ended up killing what little faith we had in her. Oh well, that's our Madoka. So anyway, do you think Miss Kagami should check her foot? No way. I mean, she can treat her injuries, but she obviously can't diagnose anything. We're going to need an actual doctor for that. Do you have your insurance card on you? Wait, why am I even asking? You obviously don't. Guess we'll have to stop by your place first. I'll handle that. You stay with Mishiro. Oh no, there's no need for me to head to the hospital. I think it's just a sprain. But... I'm glad you're worried about me, but I'm fine. Don't hold up practice because of my carelessness. I get where she's coming from. I mean, no one else wants to burden others. However, she shouldn't put herself at risk of further injury because of that desire. Mishiro. I look Mishiro dead in the eye. Then I gather my resolve and decide to speak in a firm tone. Let's go to the hospital. No. Guess I failed. Oh, I just said no instinctively because the request came from you. Forget I ever said that. One clearly wasn't enough, since she delivers a second blow. Does she actually hate me? Oh, come on. Don't be so stubborn. Masaya's worried about you too. Worried about me too? That's not what I mean. Misaki's response is super awkward. Guess she's embarrassed. Got it. I'll head straight to the hospital. Oh, well, good for you. Okay, I'll tag along. Thanks. I'll go report this to Miss Kagami. Probably best if I keep out of her way for now. Mishira stumbles to her feet while leaning on Madoka's shoulder. Sorry if you have to settle for me instead of Misaki. It's fine. I don't want her to waste her practice time on me. If anything, I have to thank you, Aoiki-senpai. And also, Mishira turns her head in my direction. Do you really despise me that much? What have I done to you? Mishira gives me a somewhat awkward bow, then heads off to the hospital. One moment she's acting all cold, and then the next she's bowing to me. How am I supposed to interrupt that? Well, things like that happen all the time. Don't worry about it. Yeah, all the time. Prez claps my back to cheer me up. Seems like he's misunderstanding the situation. I'm not depressed because Mishira got injured under my watch. Still, I do appreciate the thought. You're on. About what exactly? Well, I wasn't thinking about her injury. I was just wondering if she hates me. And honestly, that thought is nothing new. I mean, she's always polite, sometimes even to a fault, so that isn't an issue. But all our conversations feel sort of empty, like they lack any real emotion. Kinda makes me think she's forcing herself to talk to me. Up until recently, that didn't really matter. We never spent much time together, so I never once worried about it. However, now that I'm her coach, the distance between us is making my life more difficult, and I finally reach a point where I'm sure I know what's wrong. Namely, that Mishira doesn't really like me. Huh? Are you sure? Well, it's normal for girls her age to rebel against authority. You're her coach, so that puts you up at the top of that list? What do you mean by that? Maybe you're right, but isn't it more that she thinks me and Masaya have something going on? You know what, I never thought of that. Yeah, that's probably the main reason. Oh god, he looks dead inside. No, none of the Asuka is surprised by the claim, which means I'm probably right. Hell, they even think she hates me for the exact same reason I do. Masaya said, keep trying. Thanks, Asuka. I'll be fine, don't worry. Asuka's sudden attempt to cheer me up actually helps a little. Man, it's way easier to coach someone who's this straightforward. Yeah. Hinata, don't try to handle everything on your own. Huh? You're doing a great job, okay? Still, don't forget to rely on us once in a while. I know you're our coach, but you're a year younger than me. Let me support you when I can. Sure, you're the same age, or even a year older than some of us, but my point still stands. You aren't just our coach, we're all friends here, so it's okay to ask us for help. In fact, we want you to. Prez. He's blowing things out of proportion, but his words are quite simple. Yeah, we're not just their coach, but we're also their friends. And I think from their perspective, they want us to trust them, and for them to trust us. As friends, and as people. Well, at the end of the day, my muscles can... No, they can't. So you've got nothing to worry about. No, maybe assuming wasn't the right word. Only Prez would ever find talk about muscles comforting. That's right, Masaya-san. I do whatever I can to help you out in your time of need. Asuka chimes in with an excited tone. Thanks. Asuka's going kind of overboard, but that honestly suits her. You want to get along with Mishira-chan, right? Well, that's easy. Just do it. Like, when you just can't seem to fly, but you really want to fly, you get out there and fly anyway. Huh? True. Honestly, that makes no sense, but enthusiasm is contagious, and I can't say I hate that. Okay, then I'll get going. Hey, wait, where do you think you're going? Well, you want to get along with Masaya, right? I fear it'll work out better if I stay away. Wow. Misaki is the #1 reason Masaya hates me? But taking it out of the equation won't solve anything. Yeah, you gotta confront that fear face up. So that both of them need to go along with each other. I mean, we can't just avoid each other forever. Plus, I know that's not why Misaki's trying to leave. You can't fool me. You just want to skip practice, don't you? That's my biggest worry when it comes to Misaki. That's totally not true. It's not, I swear. Maybe. At least try to sound more convincing. She's really bad at lying. Maybe this isn't the best time to bring up my concerns, but as I say, there's no time like the present. Misaki. No, we're going to tell her to try harder, exactly. I'm not going to be a wimp in this stage. As their coach, we need to be affirmative, but yet friendly. So thank you all so much for watching, guys. This has been Aokana so far. Things are getting even more interesting than they were. Like, the sport itself, I'm not great at commentating on sports. Like, sports isn't my strongest suit when it comes to certain things. But it's always entertaining to watch sports, don't get me wrong, but I just don't get the same energy as, like, football fans when they go to a stadium. When they did go to a stadium, that is. Thanks to you-know-what in 2020 and 2021. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and see you all in the next time of Aokana. Have a lovely day and take care of yourselves.